The courtroom doors swung open with a bang that echoed like a gunshot, and there stood my sister, her face twisted in righteous fury, testifying against me in the custody battle that would rip my world apart. But as her words sliced through the air, accusing me of moral depravity for loving Willow, I felt not just betrayal but a shattering realization that my own family had become the enemy. In that moment, the life I'd built on secrets crumbled, forcing me to confront the love I'd hidden for years. Vivian clutched the wooden railing of the witness stand, her knuckles white, as the judge's gavel pounded for order. Inside, her mind raced. How did it come to this? My sister Elena, the one who'd bandaged my scraped knees as a kid, now painting me as unfit because of who I love. The air in the Boston courtroom felt thick, suffocating, but Vivian forced herself to breathe. She couldn't let them see her break. Not here, not now. Willow sat in the back row, her short blonde hair tucked behind her ears, eyes locked on Vivian with a mix of defiance and fear. They'd met 3 years ago at a community art gallery in Cambridge, where Willow's sculpture spoke of raw emotion, and Vivian's photography captured hidden truths. It started innocently, a shared laugh over bad coffee, but soon, their conversations delved deeper, revealing scars from conservative upbringings. Vivian, raised in a strict Catholic family in suburban Massachusetts, had always known she was different, but she buried it under layers of expectation. Marry a nice man, have kids, uphold the family name. That's what her parents drilled into her. But Willow changed everything. She was unapologetic, a force of nature who'd come out in college and lost half her friends for it. "Why hide who you are?" she'd asked Vivian one night, as they walked along the Charles River. Vivian hadn't answered then, too scared of the fallout. Now that fear was reality. Elena's testimony droned on. "My sister has been living a lie, involved in an unnatural relationship that confuses my niece." The niece in question was Lily, Vivian's 5-year-old daughter from a brief, ill-fated marriage to her high school sweetheart, Mark. The divorce had been amicable until Mark discovered Vivian's affair with Willow. Now he was using it to fight for full custody, with Elena as his star witness. Vivian's thoughts spiraled. Is this my punishment for finally choosing happiness? For years I'd played the perfect daughter, the devoted wife, all while feeling like a fraud. When Mark proposed, I said yes because it was expected, not because I felt that spark. Our marriage was comfortable, like a worn sweater, but never passionate. Lily was the only light in it. Then Willow appeared, and suddenly colors I'd never seen burst into my life. Her touch, her laugh, it was like breathing for the first time. But now that breath might cost me my child. The lawyer for Mark paced, his voice sharp. "Ms. Elena Ramirez, you claim your sister is unfit. Can you elaborate?" Elena leaned forward, her dark hair mirroring Vivian's but her eyes cold. "Vivian's choices go against everything our family believes. Our parents raised us with values, faith, tradition. This relationship with that woman is a sin. Lily deserves stability, not confusion." Vivian's heart pounded. "Sin. Is love a sin just because it's between two women?" I'd confessed to Elena 6 months ago, hoping for understanding. Instead, she'd recoiled, calling it a phase, a mistake. When Mark subpoenaed her, she didn't hesitate. Willow shifted in her seat, her mind a storm. I knew this could happen, but seeing Vivian up there vulnerable, it's tearing me apart. I'd pushed her to come out, to live authentically. Was that selfish? Growing up in a progressive Seattle family that moved to Boston for my dad's job, I'd faced my share of bigotry, but nothing like this. Vivian's world was different. Rigid, unforgiving. Yet I fell for her anyway, drawn to her quiet strength, her way of seeing beauty in the mundane. Our first kiss under a starry sky after a late-night exhibit felt like destiny. But destiny doesn't pay court fees or mend broken families. As the session adjourned for recess, Vivian stepped down, legs shaky. She made her way to Willow, who pulled her into a quick embrace, ignoring the stares. "We can fight this," Willow whispered. Vivian nodded, but doubt gnawed at her. At what cost? Losing Lily would destroy me. But denying Willow, that might kill my soul. The hallway buzzed with murmurs, judgmental eyes from Mark's supporters. Vivian's parents sat stone-faced. They hadn't spoken to her since the news broke. Her father, a retired police officer, had always been the enforcer of rules. "This isn't how we do things," he'd said, voice laced with disappointment. That night, in their small apartment overlooking the harbor, Vivian paced while Willow cooked pasta, trying to normalize the chaos. Elena betrayed me, Vivian said, voice breaking. My own sister. Willow set down the pot, pulling Vivian close. She's scared, Viv. Scared of what she doesn't understand. But Vivian pulled away. Scared? She's destroying my life. I thought family was supposed to protect you, not throw you to the wolves. The tension built, unspoken words hanging heavy. Willow wanted to scream to fight back, but she knew Vivian needed space. Instead, she said, "We'll get through this. Together." Days blurred into hearings, each one chipping away at Vivian's resolve. Mark's lawyer grilled her about lifestyle choices, making her relationship sound sordid. "Do you believe this is appropriate for a child?" he asked. Vivian's response was steady. "Love is love. Lily knows she's loved. But inside, am I fooling myself? Society still sees us as threats." The media had picked up the story, local news calling it a modern family drama. Protests outside the courthouse, signs waving "Protect our children" versus "Love wins." Vivian felt exposed, raw. One evening, after a particularly brutal day, Willow found Vivian staring at old photos. "What if I end it?" Vivian murmured. "Us. For Lily." Willow's heart stopped. "She's considering it. After everything, the thought of losing her. But I can't force her to choose." "Is that what you want?" Willow asked, voice trembling. Vivian shook her head, tears falling. "No. But what if it's the right thing?" The moral quandary twisted like a knife. Sacrifice love for motherhood, or risk both? Elena's call came unexpectedly. "We need to talk," she said. They met at a neutral coffee shop, the aroma doing little to ease the tension. Elena looked haunted. "I didn't want this," she admitted. "But Mom and Dad, they pressured me." Vivian's anger flared. "Pressured? You had a choice. You're my sister." "You could have said no," Vivian replied. Elena sighed. "It's not that simple. Our faith, our community, they'd shun us all." Vivian leaned in. "And what about me? Am I not part of that community?" The conversation escalated, voices rising, drawing stares. Elena stormed out, leaving Vivian questioning everything. As the trial neared its end, Vivian faced her parents in the waiting room. Her mother, tears in her eyes, whispered, "Why couldn't you be normal?" Vivian's response was a whisper back. "Because this is my normal." The hurt ran deep, a chasm widening. Willow waited outside, her own doubts creeping in. Am I worth this pain? But love, real love, demands sacrifice. Or does it? The judge's chambers felt like a pressure cooker as Vivian awaited the interim ruling on custody. Mark sat smugly across the room, his lawyer whispering strategies. When the decision came, shared custody pending final hearing, Vivian exhaled, but it was no victory. Lily would split time, shuttled between homes like a pawn. Inside, Vivian seethed. This isn't fair. My love for Willow shouldn't dictate my fitness as a mother. But society disagreed, and now Lily paid the price. Willow picked her up after, driving through Boston's rainy streets. It's something, Willow said, trying optimism. Vivian stared out the window. Something? It's tearing Lily apart. She's asking questions. Why Mommy lives with Aunt Willow now? How do I explain without confusing her? The weight of parental responsibility clashed with her desire for authenticity. That night, tucking Lily in at Mark's insistence for his week, Vivian fought tears. Mommy loves you, she said. Lily's small voice. Why can't we all live together? The innocence stabbed deeper than any court ruling. Back home, Willow poured wine, her mind racing. I hate seeing her like this. Broken by a system that claims to protect families but shreds them. I'd grown up watching friends navigate coming out, but Vivian's stakes were higher. A child involved. Our relationship, once a sanctuary, now felt like a battlefield. We need to strategize, Willow urged. Get character witnesses, show we're stable. Vivian nodded, but doubt lingered. Stable? With protests outside our door? Last week, eggs splattered our window, slurs painted on the car. The hate was real, tangible. Elena's betrayal lingered like a ghost. Vivian replayed their coffee shop argument. How could she choose tradition over blood? Our parents raised us to stick together, yet here we are, divided. A family dinner loomed, one Vivian dreaded. Her parents insisted. For Lily's sake. Willow offered to stay home, but Vivian refused. No more hiding. You're part of me now. The drive to the suburbs was silent, tension thick. At the table, her father carved the roast, avoiding eye contact. Pass the potatoes, he grunted. Her mother fussed over Lily, ignoring Willow. Elena arrived late, her husband in tow, the picture of normalcy. Conversation skirted the elephant. Weather, work. Then, inevitably, it cracked. How's the case going? Elena asked innocently. Vivian's fork clattered. You mean the one where you testified against me? The room froze. Her father slammed his hand down. Watch your tone. This is because of your choices. Willow interjected calmly. Choices? Loving someone isn't a choice. It's who we are. Her father's face reddened. Not in this house. The Bible says. Vivian cut in. The Bible? You've cherry-picked verses your whole life. What about love thy neighbor? The argument exploded, voices overlapping. Elena defended. We're worried about Lily's soul. Vivian stood. Her soul? What about mine? You've condemned me without understanding. Willow pulled her back, but the damage was done. They left early, Lily in tears. In the car, Vivian broke down. I can't do this anymore. Willow held her hand. Then don't. But we can't run from it. Her own family had been supportive. A stark contrast that fueled guilt. Why did I drag her into my world? But no, she chose this. Love isn't easy. Days later, a leaked court transcript hit social media. Courtesy of an anonymous tip. Likely Elena's doing. Comments flooded. Disgusting. Think of the child. Vivian's job as a photographer suffered. Clients canceled, citing controversy. Willow's art studio became their refuge, but even there cracks showed. Maybe we should take a break, Vivian suggested one night, words tasting like ash. Willow's eyes widened. A break? After fighting so hard? Is that what you want? Vivian hesitated. No, but the pressure. It's crushing me. Am I selfish for wanting both love and family? The moral dilemma intensified. Choose societal acceptance or personal truth. Willow stormed out, needing air. She wandered Boston streets, thoughts churning. I've lost friends, faced slurs, but losing Vivian. That's unimaginable. Yet, forcing her to fight might break her. Returning hours later, she found Vivian curled on the couch. I'm sorry, Willow said. They talked till dawn, unpacking fears. Society's wrong, not us, Willow affirmed. Vivian nodded, strength returning, but changing minds takes time. And courage. The next hearing loomed with new evidence. Letters from supporters, therapists attesting to Lily's well-being. Mark countered with expert witnesses on traditional families. Vivian testified, voice steady. My love for Willow makes me a better person, a better mother. Inside, do they see? Or am I just a headline? Willow watched proudly, but anxiety gnawed. What if we lose? Post-hearing, a surprise. Elena at their door. I was wrong, she whispered. Vivian's shock. Wrong? After everything? Seeing you fight. It made me question. But trust was shattered. Why now? Vivian asked. Elena confessed. Mom threatened to cut me off if I didn't testify. But I can't live with the guilt. Vivian's mind reeled. Manipulation? Our family is poisoned by fear. Willow listened from the kitchen, wary. Is this genuine or another trap? The reconciliation attempt faltered when Elena suggested therapy to fix this. Vivian exploded. Fix? There's nothing broken except your prejudice. Elena left in tears, the divide deeper. Vivian turned to Willow. We're on our own. But maybe that's okay. Strength in isolation? Or a recipe for more pain? As custody hung in balance, Vivian faced a job offer in New York. Escape but uproot Lily. What do you think? She asked Willow. The decision loomed, a test of commitment. Willow's response. Wherever you go, I'm with you. But inside, at what cost to her dreams? The sacrifices mounted, each choice a double-edged sword. The final hearing dawned with storm clouds over Boston, mirroring Vivian's turmoil. Inside the courthouse, supporters and detractors clashed in whispers. Mark's side presented closing arguments. A stable, traditional home is best for Lily. Vivian's lawyer countered. Love defines stability, not gender. As Vivian sat, Her thoughts raced. Tradition? It's a cage I've escaped, but the bars still scrape. Willow squeezed her hand under the table, a silent vow. The judge deliberated for hours that felt eternal. When she returned, her words hit like thunder. Full custody to Ms. Ramirez, with visitation for Mr. Thompson. Vivian's world spun. Victory? But Mark's face twisted in rage. This is wrong, he shouted, escorted out. Relief washed over Vivian, but guilt followed. I've won, but at his expense? And Lily's confusion? Outside, reporters swarmed. How does it feel to win? One asked. Vivian's reply. It's not about winning, it's about family. But which family? Her blood or chosen? Celebration was muted. Willow cooked Vivian's favorite, but shadows lingered. Elena's call, Vivian said, phone in hand. Willow tensed. Another olive branch? Or poison? Elena's voice was tentative. Congratulations. I'm sorry. Vivian's heart softened slightly. Sorry? Words are cheap after betrayal. Why did you do it? Elena sighed. Fear. Of losing our parents' approval. Vivian pondered. Approval over love? That's the real tragedy. Days later, a family intervention, her parents' idea. They gathered in the living room, air thick with unease. Her father started. We want to understand. Willow sat beside Vivian, ready. But understanding turned to please. End this phase. For us. Vivian's anger surged. Phase? This is my life. If you can't accept me, then leave. Her mother cried. You're tearing us apart. Vivian's retort. No, your intolerances. The standoff ended in stalemate, doors slamming. Willow's own doubts surfaced that night. Maybe they're right, she whispered. Vivian turned. Right? After we fought so hard? Not about us, but the pain. Is it worth it? Willow's vulnerability showed. I've pushed you, but seeing your family fracture. It's my fault. Vivian held her. No. Fault lies with bigotry. But the seed of doubt grew. A community event followed. A pride rally where Willow spoke. Vivian watched from the crowd, Lily on her shoulders. Love isn't a threat, Willow declared. Cheers erupted, but counter-protesters booed. A thrown bottle missed narrowly. Vivian's fear spiked. This is our reality. Danger for being ourselves. Later, comforting Lily. Why are they mad, Mommy? How do I explain hate to a child? Mark's appeal came swiftly, dragging them back to court. New allegations. Unfit environment. Evidence. Photos from the rally. Vivian's resolve hardened. They're weaponizing our visibility. Willow rallied supporters online, but backlash intensified. Death threats, doxing. We have to move, Willow urged. Vivian resisted. Run? That's admitting defeat. But safety trumped pride. Packing boxes, Vivian reflected. New York offers anonymity, a fresh start. But leaving roots? Painful. Elena visited unannounced. Don't go, she pleaded. Vivian's surprise. Now you care? I do. I've been reading, talking to people. A glimmer of change? Willow watched skeptically. Too late? But Vivian engaged. What changed? Elena. Seeing Lily happy with you both. Maybe I was wrong. The conversation unearthed buried hurts. Elena admitted. I envied your courage. I never had that. Vivian softened. Envy? Behind the betrayal? Layers peeled, revealing Elena's own struggles. Unhappy marriage, suppressed dreams. Help me understand, Elena asked. Willow joined, sharing stories. Tentative bridges formed, but trust was fragile. As moving day neared, Mark confronted Vivian at a park handover. You're poisoning her mind, he accused. Vivian stood firm. No, I'm teaching her love. His hurt was evident. I loved you once. Vivian's pity, and I tried. But it wasn't real. The exchange highlighted sacrifices. His loss, her gain. In New York, their new apartment buzzed with possibility. Willow's art flourished in galleries. Vivian's photography captured city's vibrancy. Lily adapted, making friends. But calls from home tugged. Her parents reached out sporadically, awkward but trying. Elena visited, bonds mending slowly. Yet cracks reappeared. Willow's late nights at exhibits sparked jealousy. Who's that artist? Vivian asked, insecurity flaring. Willow reassured. Only you. But Vivian's thoughts. After all we've lost, can I trust fully? A heated argument ensued. You're pulling away, Willow accused. Vivian. I'm scared of more loss. The vulnerability exposed raw nerves. Reconciliation came through therapy suggested by Elena ironically. Sessions unpacked traumas. Family rejection, societal pressure. Love requires work, the therapist said. Vivian internalized work, yes, but worth every scar. As stability settled, a bombshell. Mark's new girlfriend, supportive of Vivian's life. Shared parenting eased. But Vivian questioned. Was my pain necessary? Or could change have come sooner? Settling into New York rhythms, Vivian felt a fragile peace. Mornings with Lily's laughter. Evenings wrapped in Willow's arms. But echoes of Boston haunted. Missed family gatherings, lost connections. Do you regret it? Willow asked one night, tracing Vivian's hand. Vivian paused. Regret? No. But the cost? Immense. Her mind wandered to Elena's evolving stance. Phone calls turning warmer. A surprise visit from Elena disrupted the calm. I came to see Lily, she said, bags in hand. Willow welcomed warily. Progress? Or setback? Over dinner, Elena shared. I've left my husband. Vivian's shock. Left? Why? He was controlling like Dad. Seeing you free inspired me. Vivian's mixed emotions. Inspired? My pain sparked your awakening? But empathy won. I'm here for you. Elena's stay unearthed more. She confessed attending support groups for families of LGBTQ+ individuals. I was ignorant, she admitted. Willow listened, guards lowering. Maybe redemption is possible. But Vivian probed. What about Mom and Dad? Elena sighed. They're struggling. Dad's health is failing, heart issues. Guilt stabbed Vivian. Failing? And I'm not there. Duty clashed with self-preservation. Phone call to parents followed, tense but revealing. Her mother. We miss you. Vivian. Then accept us. Silence then. We're trying. A crack in the armor? Willow encouraged. Go see them. Vivian hesitated. Return to the lion's den? But for closure perhaps. The trip back to Boston was fraught. Lily excited, unaware of undercurrents. At the house, her father looked frail, voice softer. Sit, he said. Conversation tiptoed around issues until Vivian broached. Can you accept Willow? He shifted. It's hard. But losing you. Harder. Tears flowed. His first Vivian remembered. Her mother hugged her. We were wrong to push Elena against you. Revelations tumbled. Parental pressure stemmed from their own fears, societal expectations. Elena's role clarified. I was the scapegoat, she said later. Vivian's anger resurfaced. Scapegoat? You chose to hurt me. Forgiveness teetered. Willow, joining via video, advised. Healing takes time. But Vivian pondered. Time we lost forever. Back in New York, dynamics shifted. Elena moved nearby, seeking reinvention. Shared custody with Mark smoothed. His new partner bridging gaps. But Willow's career soared, demanding travel. Europe exhibit, she announced. Vivian's insecurity. Alone again? Go, she said, masking fear. Inside. What if distance breaks us? During Willow's absence, Vivian leaned on Elena. Sisterly bonds reformed over coffee talks. I betrayed you, Elena confessed again. Vivian. Yes. But you're here now. A pivotal moment. Elena met Willow upon return. Awkward hugs exchanged. Progress slow but real. Yet societal shadows persisted. At Lily's school, a parent's complaint about two moms. Vivian faced the principal. We're a family. Inside, why fight endlessly? Willow rallied. Because we deserve to. Their united front won, but exhaustion mounted. A health scare for Vivian's father brought urgency. Hospital visit. Family united. Bedside, he whispered. I'm proud of you. Vivian's tears. Proud? After everything? For standing up, he clarified. Reconciliation bittersweet. Too late for painless bonds. As life stabilized, mended fractures revealed strengths. Vivian's photography series on queer families gained acclaim, channeling pain into art. Willow's sculptures echoed themes of resilience. Lily thrived, innocent to past storms. But doubts lingered. One night, Vivian asked Willow, "Was it all worth it?" Willow, "Every moment." Yet Vivian wondered, the betrayals, losses, did they forge us or just scar? Elena's full integration came via a joint holiday. Tensions eased, laughter returned. Her parents visited New York, tentative acceptance blooming. "This is Willow," Vivian introduced firmly. Handshakes, then hugs. Mark's wedding invitation arrived, symbol of moving on. Attending, Vivian felt closure. We all paid prices but found paths. In quiet moments, Vivian reflected. Society evolves but at individual cost. Moral choices, right or wrong, defined us. With scars fading into stories, Vivian and Willow built a life intertwined yet independent. Lily's 10th birthday party buzzed with blended family. Mark and his wife, Elena solo and thriving, parents cautiously engaged. Laughter masked healed wounds, but Vivian knew. Unity earned through fire. Willow's international success brought opportunities, but she chose balance. "Home is here," she told Vivian during a rooftop proposal, simple, heartfelt. "Marry me." Vivian's yes echoed years of struggle. Inside, finally, unapologetic joy. Planning the wedding stirred old fears. Family reactions? But support flowed, Elena's enthusiasm, parents' reluctant blessings. Society's gaze persisted. Media coverage of their story inspired some, enraged others. Online trolls spewed hate, but Vivian channeled it. "Our love outlasts noise." Willow agreed, their bond fortified. Elena's journey paralleled, coming out as ally, advocating in communities. "Your courage saved me," she told Vivian. Vivian's response, "Saved? It nearly destroyed me. But growth acknowledged, forgiveness complete." A crisis tested anew. Lily's teen rebellion, questioning identity amid school bullies. "Why can't we be normal?" she cried. Vivian's heart broke. "Normal? We fought for this." Willow comforted. "Normal is overrated." Therapy helped Lily, emerging stronger, proud. Grandfather's passing brought somber reflection. At the funeral, family united without pretense. His final letter to Vivian. "I see now, love is love." Tears mingled with relief. Validation, posthumous but profound. Years passed, roles evolving. Vivian mentored young queer artists. Willow taught workshops. Their home a haven for strays, friends facing similar battles. One evening, watching Lily graduate, Vivian turned to Willow. "We did it." Willow smiled. "Despite everything. The path, riddled with betrayals and awakenings, led here. Sacrifices, family rifts, personal pains, questioned ethics. Did ends justify means? In the end, was denying one's truth ever the right choice? Or does authenticity always demand its pound of flesh?